जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। गोपी जना वल्लभ गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। गोपी जना गिरिवर धारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम राम हरे हरे। राधा रस बिहारी राधा रस बिहारी श्री राधे। बिहारी बिहारी श्री राधे। प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। जय ओम विष्णुपाद ब्रह्मांड परिविचार्य स्त्रोत्र छत्रश्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस श्री भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन 50 फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा रास बिहारी भगवान की जय। सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जी की जय। श्री गौर निताय भगवान की जय। हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की, हरि नाम संकीर्तन की, हरि गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devotee, हरे कृष्ण। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devotee, हरे कृष्ण। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devotee, हरे कृष्ण। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू श्री गुरु एंड श्री गौरांग। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्ति भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna, reading from Canto number 1, chapter number 3, entitled as Krishna is the source of all incarnations, and the text number 2. यस्याम्भसि शयनास्य निद्रां वितन्वतः कीरिताम्बुजादासीद् ब्रह्मा विश्वसृजाम्पतिः। यस्याम्भसि शयानस्य योगनिद्रां वितन्वतः वीरदाम्बुजादासी ब्रह्मा विश्वसृजाम्पतिः। यस्याम्भसि शयानस्य योगनिद्रां वितन्वतः वीरदाम्बुजादासी ब्रह्मा विश्वसृजाम्पतिः।
यस्याम्भसि शयानस्य योगनिद्रां वितन्वतः आविर्हृताम्बुजादासीत् ब्रह्मा विश्वसृजाम्पतिः।
यस्याम्भसि शयानस्य योगनिद्रां वितान्वतः विहृदाम्बुजादासीत् ब्रह्म विश्वसृजम्पतिः।
यस्याम्भसि शयानस्य योगनिद्रां वितान्वतः नाभिहृताम्बुजादासी ब्रह्मा विश्वसृजाम्पतिः।
यस्याम्भसि शयानस्य योगनिद्रां वितन्वतः नाभिहृताम्बुजादासी ब्रह्म विश्वसृजाम्पतिः।
Anyone from Zoom? Lalita Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu, I'll say. Hare Krishna. Yasyambasi sayanasya yoga nitramritanvataha nabhi hridam bhujat asid ब्रह्म विश्वासृजं पतिः
ब्रह्मा विश्वसृजापतिः
Hare Krishna. Word to word translation. Yasya pools. Ambhasi in the water.
in the water.
Shayanasya
Jnanasya
lying down.
lying down.
Yoga Nidra
Yoganidra
sleeping in meditation.
sleeping in meditation.
Tanvataha
Tanvataha
ministering.
ministering.
Nabi
Abhi
level.
never.
Radha out of the lake.
Out of the grave.
Ambuja
Ambuja
from the lotus.
from the Lord.
Asi
Asi
was manifested.
was manifested.
Brahma,
Brahma,
grandfather of all the living beings.
grandfather of all the living beings.
Vishwa,
Vishwa,
the universe.
universe.
Srija,
Srija,
the engineer.
engineer.
Patihi,
Tihi,
master.
master.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
translation. A part of the Purusha lies down within the water of the universe. From the navel lake of this body sprouts a lotus stem, and from the lotus flower atop this stem, Brahma, the master of all engineers in the universe, becomes manifest. Purport. The first Purusha is the Karanodakshaya Vishnu. From his skin holes, innumerable universes have sprung up. In each and every universe, the Purusha enters as the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. He is lying within the half of the universe, which is full of the water of his body. And from the navel of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu has sprung the stem of the lotus flower, the birthplace of Brahma, who is the father of all living beings and master of all the demigods, engineers, engaged in the perfect design and working of the universal order. Within the stem of the lotus, there are 14 divisions of planetary system, and the earthly planets are situated in the middle. Upwards, there are other better planetary systems, and topmost systems is called as Brahmaloka or Satyaloka. Downwards from the earthly planetary system, there are 7 planetary systems inhabited by the asuras and similarly other materialistic living beings. From the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, there is expansion of Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, who is the collective Paramatma of all living beings. He is called Hari, and from him all incarnations within the universe are expanded. Therefore, the conclusion is that the Purusha avatar is manifested in 3 features. First, the Karanodakshaya Vishnu, who creates aggregate material ingredients in the Mahat Tattva. Second, the Garbhodakshaya, who enters in each and every universe. And the third, the Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, who is the Paramatma of every material object, organic or inorganic. One who knows these plenary features of the personality of Godhead knows Godhead properly, and thus the knower becomes freed from the material conditions of birth, death, old age, and disease. As it is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, in this shlok, the subject matter of Maha, as it is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. In this shlok, the subject matter of Mahavishnu is summarized. The Mahavishnu lies down in some part of the spiritual sky by his own free will. Thus, he lies on the ocean of Karan, from where he glances over his material nature, and the Mahat Tattva is at once created. Thus, electrified by the power of the Lord, the material nature at once creates innumerable universes, just as in due course a tree decorates itself with innumerable grown fruits. The seeds of the tree is sown by the cultivator, and the tree or the creeper is due course becomes manifested with so many fruits. Nothing can be placed without a cause. The Karana ocean is therefore called the causal ocean. Karan means causal. We should not foolishly accept the atheistic theory of creation. The description of the atheists is given in Bhagavad Gita. The atheist does not believe in the creator, but he cannot give a good theory to explain the creation. Material nature has no power to create without the power of Purusha. Just as Prakriti or woman cannot produce a child without the connection of Purusha or man. The Purusha impregnates and the Prakriti delivers. We should not expect milk from the fleshy bags on the neck of the goat, although they look like breastly nipples. Similarly, we should not expect any creative power from the material ingredients. We must believe in the power of Purusha, who impregnates Prakriti or nature. Without the Lord, because the Lord wished to lie down in meditation, the material energy created innumerable universes at once. In each of them, the Lord lay down, and thus all the planets and the different paraphernalia were created at once by the will of the Lord. The Lord has unlimited potencies, and thus he can act as he likes by perfect planning. Although personally he has nothing to do, no one is greater than or equal to him. That is the verdict of the Vedas. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदातिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजना सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गे राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So I welcome all of you physically and virtually for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class here at ISKCON Goregaon West. After many weeks, Lord Surya Devata has given us a darshan today. So we are quite happy with that. Sun is actually brings goodness in the life. If sun is not there, only darkness is there, it is considered as a completely ignorance. Similarly, Lord Krishna is like a sun. Krishna Surya Sama, Maya ay Andhakar. Jahar Krishna taha nahi Mayar Adhikar. So, as soon as a person brings Krishna consciousness into his heart, into his life, whatever the product of ignorance is there, that is gone. The laziness is gone, the stubbornness is gone, the rottening into the material world, having a lot of sense gratification out of mode of passion and mode of ignorance is gone. So Maya Devi is totally gone as soon as we fully surrender at the lotus feet of Krishna. Provided we are fully surrendered. That is the condition. You know, Lord is, of course, is very compassionate, but he also keeps a condition. If you have seen the advertisements in TV, they say like, this much off on this much product, and with a very small and this much uh, like PT points, they put like, there is a star mark, and they say T and C applied. Terms and conditions apply. Similarly, Krishna also say, okay, I will take care of you. My devotee is very dear to me, this and that. But there is a kind of a one condition with a star mark, which Krishna of course said, Neha Vikramana Shrosti or Manmana Bhavatvutto, Priyosi me Sakha Cheti, all those things has been given by Krishna. But there is a one small star mark or terms and condition which is given by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. You know what that condition is? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraj. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami vas. So first Krishna wants that surrender, full surrender. Then and then only he will take care of you. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is more merciful. He haven't put that kind of a condition. He personally came to this material world and he personally was going. Krishna gave darshan to only them who were in near vicinity, those who came to Mahabharat war or like that. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to each and every house. Personally, he went to Vrindavan Yatra, South India Yatra, traveled by his own legs. Actually, the entire Bharat Varsha, I can say each and every town is like a holy place. Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Ramachandra, Lord Krishna has personally, they have traveled a lot. Many sadhus and the devotees of the Lord has traveled from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and from Guwahati to uh, Jamnagar, Saurashtra or Kutch. So each and every part of this Bharat Bhumi is a holy place actually. Even Mumbai is a holy place. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Nala Sopara. Lord Ramachandra came to Banaganga. So how he went to Banaganga? Through Goregaon only, SV Road. Goregaon is a holy Dham. Hare Krishna. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful that he has went to each and every house and he personally requested each and every living entity that please chant the holy name, chant the holy name. But there is also one small star mark in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, say giving mercy. You know what? What is that?
Should not give it the opposite.
Yeah, more than one more serious thing is there.
Surrender. Not to do any faults.
Vaishnava Prabhu should not do any Vaishnava Prabhu. Jagai and Madhai were not qualified for any kind of a mercy, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was willing to give. Okay. But only thing is that when they offended Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took back. No more mercy. But when they surrendered to Nityananda Prabhu, Mahaprabhu gave mercy. When Vishwarupa, his elder brother, took sannyas or he left the home and started traveling as a monk in entire Bharat Varsha, Sachimata was having that little bit, not exactly ill feeling or negative feeling, but the hurt kind of a feeling that because of Advaita Acharya's association, my elder son has left me and left the home. And that's why I don't like him. Okay. Like, not exactly like, but that small spark was there inside him. So when Mahaprakash Leela was happening, Mahaprabhu was giving the mercy to each and every devotee. And when it came to Sachi Mata, now Sachi Mata doesn't require Krishna Prema or Gaura Prema. She already has that. Unlimited. Vatsalya Prema for her. But in order to, teach the lesson, okay, when devotees approached Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, "Ke Sachi Mata is remaining, will you give him her darshan and the mercy of yours?" Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "No, I will not give her." "So why? She is your mother. Why you are so hard-hearted towards her?" Said, "See, she is a aparadhi. She has done the aparad at the lotus feet of Advaita Acharya. So until and unless she asks forgiveness from Advaita Acharya, take the dust from his lotus feet, I will not give the mercy." And then when they started kirtan, they were doing kirtan out of ecstasy. Advaita Acharya fell down on ground, and suddenly, as soon as now Advaita Acharya, he was having such a awe and reverence towards Sachi Mata. She is like a Jagan Mata, right? Mother of personality of Godhead actually. So who will give the dust of his feet to Sachi Mata? It's like an offense to give such an exalted devotee the dust of his lotus feet. So as soon as Advaita Acharya became murchit or unconscious while doing the Harinam Sankirtan, all of a sudden Sachi Mata ran towards Advaita Acharya, took a dust from lotus feet and left. And after that, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave the mercy to Sachin. So, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also has that star mark. Don't offend my Vaishnavas. Otherwise, it will become very much difficult. The case of Gopal Chapa, the case of Devananda Pandit, everyone was like that. Whoever offended a Vaishnava, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took back. As soon as even Gopal Chapal, when he asked forgiveness from Shiva's Thakur, naturally, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him Shuddha Bhakti. When Devananda Pandit asked forgiveness from Shiva's Thakur, there are many devotees offended with Shiva's Thakur actually. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then after that gave a mercy to them. But provided Vaishnava approach. Okay. But more than that, Nityananda Prabhu was a person. There is no any kind of a conditions and situations. Nothing is there. And of course, he don't have any star mark. But obviously, in the same mode of Nityananda Prabhu came his own eternal Parshad of God Nitai or Radha Krishna, we can say, in form of our dear Srila Prabhupada. And he gave us a mercy. Of course, Nityananda Prabhu went to that Madiralaya and tried to give mercy to those who are the drunkards. But Srila Prabhupada has been to such land where eating cow is a very kind of a normal thing. Eating pork or sugar, pig is very common. And people were totally into LSD, weeds, marijuana, heroin. They were, of course, I used to say this, but this is not a good thing to say. In Krishna Prem also person forgets who he is, not this body, is the spirit soul. Huh? When gopis, all of them heard Lord Krishna, they completely forgot their bodily existence. Somewhere doing makeup, तो काजल उन्होंने गाल पे लगाया and whatever foundation was there, they applied on their lips, and their lalis or the lipstick has been applied on their forehead, and they left because they were completely out of their proper consciousness. They were completely into Krishna consciousness. They forgot that they're within this. Of course, they are Satchidananda, but like from our perspective, common perspective, they forgot actually this thing. So naturally, our so naturally what happened, they left for Krishna. But there is another situation when one is totally into materially engrossed person, he also forgets that he is this body karke. Similarly, the case where hippies, of course, we are not comparing the gopis and the hippies. Of course, it cannot be, it can never happen, right? But the situation of them. One is highly exalted devotees, and Srila Prabhupada was like a devotee, the pure devotee of those people, and totally into that consciousness of serving Krishna 24/7. But to show that compassion to the fallen conditioned souls in this material world, Srila Prabhupada came and he lived there within those people. Anybody of you have to experience those things, please kindly go to New York, to Bombay, the Lower East Side today also. Go to the Hare Krishna tree and you will see all homeless people totally into drugs. And the New York, those people, if you go near to them, they will be smelling like weeds and marijuana and drugs like that. It's really uh, unbearable smell for us. Cigarette we can little bit tolerate. Okay, little bit. But that weeds is totally not good to smell it, actually. So, Srila Prabhupada, taken from those hippies and made them the devotees, and most of them like the pure devotees of the Lord, actually. So, that's what the compassion of the Lord, devotee and the Lord Himself. Now, this material world has been made by the Lord in the same spirit, out of compassion. Lord has made this world. Because there was some living entities who wanted to enjoy with the matter. In some of the purport of Srila Prabhupada, we saw that. Prabhupada said, some of the living entities wanted to enjoy this matter to their fullest extent. And then we saw that we cannot actually enjoy the matter in fullest of extent, actually. So that fullest of extent means whatever our capacity is there, according to that. So we wanted to enjoy this material world. We wanted to have our own small universe where people should serve me, husband and the wife and the children and the relatives, and the small thing should be there. I should be the controller of that universe. With that mentality, we came to this material world and we trying our best since like millions and trillions and zillions of years. We are trying our best to enjoy in this material world, right? But the Krishna has made this universe in the same way. The first shlok is mentioning about the Purusha avatar of the Lord, and especially how Lord created the Mahatattva, about the Karanodakshaya Vishnu. Now the second verse is explaining about the Karanodakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, how Brahmaji has been created. Okay. So of course, here it is in Purport Srila Prabhupada is saying, mm, ah, the second paragraph. From Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, there is expansion of Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, who is the collective Paramatma of all living beings. He is called Hari. And from him, all incarnations within the universe are expanded. So it's true that incarnation comes from Lord Vishnu, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. But Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is itself a plenary portion or expansion of Lord Krishna. Okay, now what is Lord Krishna's actual work, actual seva? What Krishna does? He doesn't do anything. He just enjoy. You know, he doesn't do anything. Just like when foreigner person he came to Bharat and he wanted to explore the culture of Bharat. So what he did, he went and especially he was knowing that Bharat is mainly known for its temples and spirituality. So during his stay, he visited like all kinds of temples in Bharat which are very famous or considered as to be the Dharma and from last 5,000 years or 4,000 years or 1,000 years. And he visited each and every temple. And I think he was quite a very famous personality. So when he concluded his trip, many journalists came and they started interviewing him. Like, you have seen Bharat from top to bottom and from east to west and everything. And you have seen like there is a multicultural thing in Bharat. So according to you, whom you to whom you consider that he is to be considered as a god of all gods? So that person gave a very logical actually answer. Of course, Shastras he was not knowing much, but according to him, he worked as per the logic. He said, see, whichever temple I went, each and every Devi Devata was having certain kind of a shastra in their hand. So I went to Ganapati, there was a kind of kulhad, or we can say it's like an axe kind of a thing. Ganpati, one of his hand is having that. I went to Durga Mata. She was having her, Shastra. I went to Lord Shiva's temple. He was having a Shastra. Kartikeya, he was having his Shastra and all those. So each and every god was having certain kind of Shastra, means either for their protection or for universal affairs. They require a kind of a Shastra. And definitely they are into some kind of an activity. That means if they have a Shastra, right? But I've seen only one god's temple who doesn't have any shastra. He was into completely a musical concert along with his girlfriend, and he was enjoying. That's what should be the Lord doing. Enjoying. The Lord's only duty is to enjoy. And then they came to know, oh, Krishna is, according to him, God of all gods. So, according to logic, also, Krishna doesn't have any duty. Krishna just is there in Goloka Vrindavan enjoying, and he gives everything to his managers. Okay, you do it. I will just enjoy. You know, most of the time you will see the young CEOs when they have a good company and lot of turnover and very established thing. They don't do much things. No, mostly their father will do something. They will just enjoy. They will go to Dubai. They will go to Singapore. They will go to Switzerland, and they will just enjoy with the friends or enjoy in the hotels and the clubs and all that. So in the material universe also we think those who have a lot of opulence and actually they are the Malik, they enjoy. Similarly, Krishna is a Malik, is the master of all universes, so he enjoy. And whatever the universal affair is there, that is given to this people. Dakshiro Dakshaya Vishnu, Karana Dakshaya Vishnu, and Garbo Dakshaya Vishnu. And you take care. Whatever the person who becomes very sincere, then I will interfere in his life. I will take care of that person. Otherwise, you take care of all the other universe. Even Krishna also doesn't come to this material verse again and again. Once in a day of Brahma, Lord Krishna personally comes to this material universe. And that is said the 20th Yuga cycle. Lord Krishna is personally present in Goloka Vrindavan. He comes to this material universe actually. 28th Yuga cycle, I have to see the exact calculation. It is 28. Chaturyuga. Seventh Manvanta, 20th Yuga cycle. Right. That's the calculation when Lord Krishna personally from the Goloka Vrindavan comes to this material world. And same time, same Yuga cycle, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is present in the half of the Goloka Vrindavan, which is called as Navadip Dhama. He also personally comes. And this particular Kali Yuga is the 7th Manvanta and 20th Yuga cycle. So Lord Krishna who is personally present in Goloka Vrindavan, he came. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is personally present in Goloka Vrindavan in Navadip Dhama, he personally came. All other Kali Yugas doesn't get the concept of Goloka Vrindavan. They get the concept of Vaikuntha. All other Yugas also get the concept of Vaikuntha. This particular Yuga is so special that we are getting the concept of Goloka Vrindavan. Yes. So actually we are fortunate enough. And that too also in Srila Prabhupada's mission. What if you have come before 1960? Would have, of course, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was there, but the mission was not in established in such a grand way, whole into earthly planet. Definitely. What if we have taken birth after 10,000 years of Kali Yuga? What we would have done? Nothing, right? The Vaishnavas, they will, like, after 10,000 years, we don't know how many Vaishnavas are there. They will be like somewhere in incognito mode performing their own devotional service. But it's a Swarna Yuga of this Kali Yuga, and where Srila Prabhupada has given us this wonderful opportunity for many of us to follow this devotional service. So this particular things of universal affairs, how universe is there, that is there just by reading, and Srila Prabhupada's purports are so wonderful about it that we can learn. Okay, this is how the universe has been created. But what is the purpose behind the creation of this universe? In that purpose, we have to be very serious. The chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, hearing Krishna Katha, associating with the devotees, this is what we have to do. And of course, okay, Prabhuji, once we will do it, then we will go back home, back to Godhead. Hare, no. After going back home, back to Godhead, also we have to do the same thing. Chanting of Hare. The result of chanting Hare Krishna is chanting Hare Krishna. The result of doing service towards the Krishna, devotional service of Krishna, the result will be
For service.
more service for Krishna. So यहाँ पे जपा करेंगे, फिर गोलोक में मजा मस्ती करेंगे, ऐसा नहीं. गोलोक में भी हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र का ही जप करना है हम लोगों को. यहाँ पे अरे प्रभु जी, अभी मुझे ब्राह्मण मिल गया है, मैं सेवा कर रहा हूँ, देखो इतना डीटी वर्शिप कर रहा हूँ, एक बार इससे प्यूरिफाई होकर ऊपर चला जाऊंगा तो बहुत अच्छा हो जाएगा. ऊपर जाके भी ड्रेसिंग ही करनी है. ऊपर जाके हाँ, Srila Prabhupada has created such a wonderful culture that once my spiritual master is having very wonderful friend. He's a Brajavasi. At Mana Mandir, Shri Radha Mana Bihari is actually established by him and cultured and cultivated by him. And all the Brajavasis, there is now this Brajavikas Mandal is there, Brajavikas Mandal something. Under them, whatever spots are there in Braja, they are renovating that. Braja Vikas Pradhikaran, Braja Vikas Mandal, something name is there. And his name is Ramesh Babaji Maharaj. Right? So that Ramesh Babaji Maharaj is a very good friend of my spiritual master. So they once came to the ISKCON temple, Sri Radha Gopinath Mandir, and they stayed there for some time. And after that, when they were leaving for Vrindavan, this Ramesh Babaji Maharaj said, let me tell you very frankly, Prabhu, whatever activities you are doing in your ISKCON temple, not only one temple, all the ISKCON temples, whatever we are doing, whatever activities we are doing, these are the same activities which are performed in Golok Vrindavan. These temples, Srila Prabhupada temples, are non-different than Golok. That is what the stamping from the Brajavasis itself. And that is also is a quite well-known sadhu and like a very nice and very pakka devotee of Srimati Radharani, Shri Radha Mana Bihari actually. And so that's like an authentication given by many sadhus that yes, whatever Srila Prabhupada has done, it's like a magic. It's like a magician's wand which has been, Prabhupada ne sab ghumaya usko and the entire world became the devotee. So it's the same thing. When Krishna, Yashodamai makes him wake up early in the morning, lalla lalla, so that is the same, thing which got converted into shlokas and we sing here. So Savadabbar Kuruno Bhagavan the Prema Smitena Nayanam Guruham Vijrim Bhan Uthaya Vishwa Vijaya Chunmushadam Madhagira Panetat Purusham Purana Deva Prapandarati Harprasada Kurukesha Volokana Dhanena Bhyumam Parayachyuta Jaya Jaya Kripa Maya Jagaternath Sarva Jagater Karu Shriva Drishti Paka. So with this shloka, we make Lord wake up from his beds. Then we no, make Krishna sit on his place, then wind up his bed. That is what Yashodama is doing, and her assistants are doing. Then after that we offer bhoga to the Lord. That is the same way Mother Yashoda offers something to eat for Krishna because Krishna might be hungry. Then Krishna takes bath. That's what Shodashopchar we are doing, right? After that we dress the Lord. That's what Yashodama is doing. Okay, after that Krishna goes to uh, grazing the cows. That's what during that time we take rest. Right? So these are the same activities which are performed here. Krishna, we, Yashodamai, all other gopis, they are preparing food for Krishna. We are preparing bhoga for the Lord. Right? So it's the same activities which we are doing, following the footsteps of all Brajavasi in the mode of servant of servant of servant. And the Srila Prabhupada has given us the same culture in our ISKCON temple. So we have to maintain that culture. We have to follow that culture. And with our sincerity, one day Krishna will definitely become very happy with our chanting and service. And whatever the result will be awarded by him. Let's pray for the best. Okay. Hare Krishna. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की
जय।
श्री प्रभुपाद की
जय।
जय गौर प्रेमानंदे
हरि हरि।
हरे कृष्ण।